Hey, we are going to have a chance to have a great time this week, and we want you to relax, enjoy, and participate in what I think will be a very different experience. Very different from a lot of the product-oriented POAs that have become a part of the way we conduct business. You're going to get a sense over the course of these next 3.5 days to get an idea of where we're going as a company, not just from a brand standpoint, but from a healthcare solution standpoint. And as you look around the room, you're going to see some people that you might not know, not only from another region, but also from different divisions, because represented here this week include people from the device team. I know we've only got a couple of devices. We've got people here from health solution specialists. We have representation from the brand team. We have representation from RMLs, from CDEs. We might even have an institutional representative or two that's wandering around the corridors, as well as obviously our brand team representation. So on behalf of your teammates, we welcome you and we thank you for being a part. We were together, if you recall, we were at the Rose and Shingle, whatever it was, hotel back June 20th through the 22nd. These two teams were together just 10 months ago. And if you think about everything that's happened in the 10 months since we've been together, for those of us that have seen sometimes change in this industry move at the speed of glacier, this has been fairly dramatic, what we've gone through as an organization over the past 10 months. You know, if you think about this notion of patient-centric approach, how many of you, by the way, show of hands, had a chance to participate in the March 27th Ann Whitaker Town Hall webcast? A lot of people did. If you didn't, I'm going to encourage you, please, you can go on now and see it after the fact. I would encourage you to definitely take advantage of it. Because for those who maybe sat in rooms just like this around the country 10 months ago and said, all right, patient centricity, what pharmaceutical company doesn't talk about being patient-centric? For those that maybe question whether or not this was really an initiative that's born from the heart or simply the latest marketing strategy, recognize all those things that we were talking about 10 months ago have not only begun to come to fruition, they've come to fruition in a big way. New strategies, you're going to hear over the course of this week about this patient-centered unit. You're going to hear about things like centers of excellence. You're going to hear about an initiative that says, rather than come up with a brand that we then try to tailor to the patient, we're going to begin with the patient and tailor our resources to match the needs of the patients that we ultimately serve. So in addition to all these things around structure, understand that strategies are changing, styles are changing, skills are changing, all those things that go into the evolution of a new healthcare company, because that's, for all intents and purposes, that's what we are becoming, a new healthcare company, are beginning to get underway. And it's hopefully going to give you a chance over the course of these 4 days to really begin to think about your role in a healthcare.
All heard the term all for one and one for all. We've heard that since we were kids, cartoons, Three Musketeers, all of that. But it is an appropriate rallying cry for what we are trying to do now at Santa Fe. It's a rallying cry for passion. It's not just about the head, right? It's about the heart. Passion, commitment, and the mission of our diabetes team. All of us as one team with different roles to play, but focused on the patient. Focused on each individual in bringing solutions that work for that individual. Because they all have a unique set of needs. It's a one-for-all approach. I spent some time yesterday with my cousin. You guys remember Big Hatch? I was with him yesterday. I actually took him to the grocery store to make a run, as he called it. And the more time that I spend with him, the more I see indeed that it's each patient with diabetes, living with diabetes, is an individual patient living with diabetes. I was encouraging him to go back into Lantis.com because I was explaining to him additional resources that he can get there. He'd gone into Lantis.com a few times a few months ago, but as many other patients, you forget when there's so many other things that are going on and you have other needs, you have other issues. So I walked him back into it, and he's able to start looking for additional resources that fit him where he is in his journey right now. So if we constantly put the patients in their journey up front, as we work to bring these solutions, we win, they win, the providers win, the system wins, everyone wins.